Hey people, I'm back after auto assembly. It's all done and dusted. Was pretty lazy, decided not to do a video yesterday because I was just like, bleh, just cabbage on the couch, not even bother, just hand on the pants, grabbing the sack and just scratching away. You know how it is. You all know how it is. So it was pretty much the relaxy day yesterday, and today I thought, well, it's probably time that I talked about, at least have a little brief chat about my auto assembly experience for 2000 and, I almost said 15, but it's 2014, 2015 is next year, and stuff to worry about for then. So we'll quickly jump around my thoughts for the actual convention and then get onto my stuff, because it's right down beside me down here. You can't see it. I mean, I could pick the camera up, but that would spoil the surprise. So, what did you think of Auto Assembly 2014, not 15, because it's not 15 yet? Yeah, I thought it was really good. It was crazy how quickly time went by. I think this has been the fastest time has flown by for Auto Assembly that I've ever been to. Got down, well, my holiday adventure kind of stuff started on the Wednesday when I went to Carlisle to see Mr. Gruff and Colin and all those people, because Colin came down from Scotland and we all hung out and had games night. We played on the Dreamcast, played like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, played some Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Third Impact, Double Impact, Third Strike? I think Third Strike, I can't remember the exact one. And we tried to play a couple of other games, and I played a really small bit of Windjammers from the Giant Bomb stuff, and it was pretty fun. But yeah, games night was fun. The first of the bad nights of sleep, or the lack of sleeps, I should say, as we went to sleep at around 3-ish, I think. That was the first of the bad nights, because we had to get up at 8-ish or something like that, so we could get ready and set off down to Birmingham for around 10 o'clock. So that's what we did. We got ready and we shooted off, got some food and whatnot, and just had a nice journey down and got lost along the way. So it took just a little bit longer than it should have done, because yeah, Gruff can't read a phone because he's silly. He's got a big silly beard and a big silly face, and he decides not to be able to read a map. He'll blame technology, he'll blame the phone, but that Gruff is just not quite as bright as you think he is, if you know what I'm saying. I think you do. So we eventually got there on the Thursday, obviously, because it had been a day since Wednesday, thus making it Thursday. This is how the week works if you weren't aware, don't have a calendar, or are oblivious to how things work. So, yeah, Thursday was the day we got there. It was just a chilled out day, kind of meeting everybody and go, oh, it's you, Hugs, and it's been so long, and oh, I'm so happy to see you, and whatnot. You know how it is. Ooh, anything else to say? I can't remember much about the Thursday. We went to Frankie and Benny's for a meal at the NEC Arena's airport-y kind of place, the Birmingham airport, so we had food there, which was nice, because Frankie and Ben was always tasty stuff. Pricey, but tasty. And then Friday came round, and that was the ticket day. Not a lot happens on Friday. Once again, more people come in and you go, oh no, you're with you, and so long, and the huggins, and the catching up, and the talking about nerdy nonsense. So that happened. Picking up badges and whatnot, which actually I didn't bring up, which I hope I brought home. I think I must have brought my badge home. I'd be really miffed off if I haven't. But that's probably downstairs somewhere, so I'm almost positive it's down there. I got 2 badges technically, because my badge originally wasn't ready, so I got a on the door ticket, and then eventually I got my little red volunteers thing, because I did the video for Auto Assembly this year, but unfortunately wasn't used for I don't know what reasons. I wasn't really told. I just went, oh well, fair enough. That's not my call. That's the convention's call. Maybe it was poop. Maybe they hated it and they were too nice to tell me. I don't know. Probably. So I got that sorted, and yeah, just meeting people, chatting with people again, and the convention happened, and did all the stuff, bought some stuff, bought one thing. Effectively, I've bought one thing this year. No, I bought 4 things really, because Mr. Alex Milne was kind enough to help me acquire the Legend stuff from America, so he helped me acquire it. I'm looking down here. I'll pick them up, because why not? Oh, because we might as well start. He helped me acquire a little tailgate, who, bless him, was the worst of them. I kind of still wanted it because I was like, oh hey, it's a tailgate. And tailgate, if you didn't know, as I rub my nose, is pretty popular at the moment. And yeah, tailgate. It won't focus because I'd need to fiddle with the ring, but he's the weakest of all the stuff? Yes, all of the stuff I got this weekend. But again, it's nice to have a tailgate, so, you know, more than meets the eye and whatnot, so... so there you go. He also helped me acquire... technically the best... I keep looking at the screen there, I shouldn't. Technically the best, but not my favourite of them, which was Cosmos. Or Cosmo. Cosmo! I love me, Cosmo. Very good Transformer. Incredibly good. Little dude as well that turns into the gun. Disgustingly Micromaster in the best way. He is full on Micromaster. You know, you flip one bit and turn him around and he's done. Again, he's better than Tailgates, who's literally just stand him up. There's no effort in it at all. It's mainly used for the gimmick, which is this big crane thing, which is a bit poop. But yeah, Cosmo, really good Transformer, legitimately well engineered. Shocking, because I remember the last Cosmo with the big huggy arms and you barely did anything with him. This is really worth grabbing if you can. So, and also, of course, I got the Swerve, which was once again because more than meets the eye. And in the end, I decided, you know what, for the price, I can happily have the official version of this figure and save myself quite a bit of money. And skip out on the Mastermind Creations one. No, Make Toys, that's the one, Make Toys. And again, his gun's really cool, I really like that a lot. Each of these he got me for Canadian price retail, so that meant that these were crazy cheap compared to what we have to pay here in the UK for them. So again, thank you Mr. Alex Milne. I will love them and cherish them and hug them and call them George and whatnot and stroke them and loved them and hugged them. So yeah, I decided I should mention that because it was just, it flowed into the conversation, as it were. So it did that. Saturday was the actual convention, and so much happened. You know, hanging around with people like Mr. Tricky, Mr. Gruff, Mr. Rob, Mr. Cullen, Mr. Matt, Mrs. Sophie, well, Mrs. Matt. Yeah, we can say Mrs. Matt because it's his waifu. And you know, I got to see Trish and Pred and got to have an actual talk with them, though I still felt it was kind of short. A lot of the conversations I had with people were extremely short, and I didn't get enough time with them. Trish and Pred, as I mentioned. Brad, Exilian, he's such a pretty man. Same for Luffy. I saw Luffy like once and just went, oh, he's so pretty, and I think I hugged him. I may or may not have hugged him. Touched his manly fro. That was nice. Again, I would like to chat to that dude more because he seems like pretty solid individual. Who else? Magic Man, Jamie helped me out a lot. He helped me acquire food. Thank you, Jamie, for helping me out and getting me some grub. It was really appreciated. It kept me going through the weekend. Mikey, of course, but I don't need to talk about Mikey because it's Mikey and we always podcast together and we always talk, so there's nothing special. I say jabbing into his ribs with a knife. Who else was there? There were other people. There were lots of other people. I'm going to miss out people because that's... Everybody does. Everybody says I'm going to mention things and stuff. People I missed out on talking to this year, it was again the guests. I got a little bit of time with Townsend Coleman. Yeah, he's still a stellar dude. He shockingly, if he didn't remember me, I wouldn't blame him, but he put on a good act if he did. It's like, you're an actor and I'm taking this into consideration when you're actually talking to me saying, yes, I remember you, Andy. I'm like, I don't know if you do, but I really appreciate that you're doing this and pretending if that's the case. So, Townsend, I got to chat with him, as ever, very cool man. Didn't get the time to talk to Peter Spellos, but everybody said how cool that dude was. Everybody said he was awesome to chat with, and he was so appreciative of the fans. So that's cool. Maybe next time, if there is a next time, I'll be able to hang out with him and say, yo, Shark Man person, do some sick beats and whatnot, because that's what he does. David Sobolov apparently really got into the spirit of the UK, i.e. staying up late and drinking. and having just a huge amount of fun, it seems. Again, didn't really get to talk to him. Briefly talked to Michael McConaughey, Heidi ho. And he seemed to have a good time as well. Didn't have a huge amount, but just a little bit more than most of the others, so that was cool. Nick and James, I saw James once and said that he was a muscle monster and he didn't know how to take that, and I said, oh, in all the good ways, son, all the good ways. Because that man's been, he's been ripping some iron and stuff. He's like popping out with his shirt. It was terrifying. You know, this man could break you now, and he would do. You know, rubbing his hands, just going, because that's what he does. Nick Roche again. Only briefly talked to him. For the most part, he and James were surrounded by ladies, and who can blame them? So there was no time. I don't like going up and pestering people. I have a real thing about that. So again, I wasn't able to go and talk to them, because when I saw that they weren't busy, they were eating, and I wasn't going to be that guy that goes up to them and says, oh, let's have a talk while you're putting food in your mouth, because that's not cool. Some people decided to still do that, but that's just not my style. So, you know, 1 year I will be able to have a proper conversation with Nick and James, but this was not that year, it seems. Let's go through my head. I did get a chance to talk to Alex, as always, because he is a proper bro. He's my homie, and we will beat Mikey together, because we've got to fight that fight. Trying to remember the other people I missed out on talking to. I think, guess-wise, I mean, that was it for the most part. Sunday was just me going around seeing if I'd sold anything, because I put some stuff on the fans table, so thank you to the people that bought my stuff. You know, if you didn't get your stuff off me, well, that's a shame. You can always go and visit my forum, and not my forum, but you can always visit my little thread, and you can buy something off me and go, oh, thank you, Andy, for all the work, and here's a toy, and then, oh, well, I'll take a toy and give you some money, and I'll be like, that's awesome, because that's what I need. I actually did sell some stuff, as I mentioned. I made about £100 on the table, which I was happy with, you know. I thought I'd only maybe come away with 30 or 40, so when I came away with 100, I was like, that's pretty much covered all the stuff I've spent so far, because I was stressing out when I bought one of my things down here. I was like, I've cashed myself out and screwed the pooch, as it were, but I hadn't. I was cool. I was alright with it. We went to the all-in-one bar, all bar one, or bar one greener, ninny bar nonsense thing, on Sunday evening, which is the place in the airport. So this is advice for people that go to the airport. Thing in the airport, which is kind of up some stairs and whatnot. Don't go there. It gave me food poisoning. It gave, I think, George exaggerated allergy. So the battery ran out. Wasn't that useful and handy? No, it wasn't. Basically it gave us all food poisoning, and the basic end of this story was, I was crippled by Sunday evening and had to go up and go to bed hella early, which was unfortunate, as I would have really liked to have talked to more people during that time, but that just wasn't the case. So unfortunately, Sunday was a bit of a rough night for me. I'm going to end this video here, as there's no actual video now, and we'll come back in a second part and finish off covering my auto assembly experience. So I will catch you in the next video, people. Click the link and go straight to it if you're interested, of course.